The idea for today was to bring together 100 faith leaders, young adult emerging faith leaders from all of these diverse communities, to give them a focused day of dialogue to talk about how can they share their experiences and then strategically plan opportunities to collaborate in the future.
I was interested in coming to the summit today because I thought it would be a neat opportunity to just meet new people. I work a lot just in the Jewish community, and I don't necessarily always get the chance to meet people who are active in their faiths.
I think I was interested in attending today's summit mainly because of the focus on young adults, young professionals. I think that's a demographic that often interfaith work misses. It's often you find lots of older generation are interested in coming to events for interfaith work, but there's a lively younger generation that's less connected as I think they should be.
I knew that it was going to be worthwhile, that I would meet people who are dedicated to not just social justice, but social justice through their faith perspective.
We're actively engaging in serious, deep dialogue that brings a new perspective to the table. Not only are we talking about our individual engagements and our own faith traditions, but we're learning about other people's as well.
Today I really enjoyed the format that we broke up into small groups from the start and met multiple times, 3 times, so that we could, with a series of topics and questions, not necessarily work towards a goal by the end of the day, but to work off some of our impressions of each other, our own suspicions or views, and get honest and kind of open up about ourselves. And very quickly, people got more comfortable with each other. And then when we discussed strategies or ideas or why we're here, they were discussed with much more openness, much more, I think I know where you're coming from. We're not so different.
We have a lot of shared resources and shared talents that we can give each other, and we're all linked to the same God or the same sense of being, that shared sense of humanity. And we want to tap into that, and we want to support one another and really make a tangible impact here in Washington, D.C.
What I really love about this being in D.C. is that what happens locally has effects at the national level. So it's the perfect opportunity to do local work, but also have it really reflect an international reality as well, which can really only happen in a capital city.
Irrespective of our racial or ethnic background or our religious beliefs, we all have common needs and common goals, and by working together we can achieve those goals and address those needs. But we've got to have young leadership to be able to hand that baton off to young people who want to be in leadership positions, who want to serve as civic leaders or political leaders or leaders in providing health and human services, religious leaders especially.
This is exactly the kind of work that we're encouraging around the country, to get people engaged based on their faith or not in the issues of the day.
We're kind of a new breed of young adults in that we work alongside people of other faiths, and we do so on a regular basis, and we're a little bit more, I think, open-minded and accepting and further than even tolerant than maybe our parents or generations before us. And because of that, it's a really exciting space to be in right now and to engage in, because we can do so much and there's a lot of energy.
What I hope to come out of this summit is really those connections between younger leaders or emerging faith leaders. I think a lot of us have social media connections, we're connected in a number of ways, but getting together and actually meeting and discussing topics that are relevant to all of us can result in a lot of future work, trigger some thoughts about how we can work together with people we may have never been connected with before.
My hope, some possible outcomes for the summit would be a very strong network moving forward where we share not only ideas but events and even worship time with each other and really get to know each other and build a friendship and a very strong coalition that will make some substantial change for the better.
I think the intentionality of placing people together from local areas within DC has been able to produce a lot of great conversation and a lot of ideas and collaboration and support of one another.
We should be in touch and think of some projects where we can, after this event, can get together maybe monthly or on 2 months basis. So which I felt very nice, it's something productive that happened over, at the end of the event. Now let's say if, we decide that we want to do something, maybe raise funds for some project. We already have a network to work on, and then those people can go back and tap into their congregations and bring more people in.
When the need comes, if I'm in a meeting, with my church and something comes up about a question about the Baha'i faith or some project that they heard about some Muslim community is doing, I want to be able to go to a resource and say, you know what, I know someone in that community, let me reach out to them and see, X, Y, Z. That's what I see, is tangible resource or contact list that we've literally created a community of engagement today.
This is a community effort, and that's community in the broad sense. Each one reach one. And so that's why I feel like the interfaith networking that we're doing today is going to be very valuable moving forward.
I anticipate that in the coming year we're going to see a strong impact in the way that faith communities engage with one another because of the broad range of support that we've had for today's summit and the diverse participants that we've had here engaging in these dialogues.